Hello everyone, it's Ali back here, and we are continuing our stream. So let me make a quick intro first, as usual. So my streams are structured as a series, TV series. Basically, each season is a long-running project or app. Each episode, like this one, is an individual stream. Currently, we are at season 2, episode 8. In season 2, we are busy with learning everything about Polymarket and also building on top of that, playing around with it, and so on. And what we've done so far is, what we are actually currently doing is we're chasing the daily rewards here. We're trying to earn money on that. And the last episode we finally did. We earned 2 cents without losing anything. It's a big progress comparing to our previous attempt where we only earned 1 cent and lost $5. So let's hope that this will remain like this throughout our next experience, but of course it will not. Let's be more realistic. GM to everyone. Thanks for joining. Okay, so what we did last time is we basically let me quickly take a look here. We finally ran our bot. We implemented the real-time data retrieval from the Polymarket. So now our strategy has a little bit different life cycle, which is much more reliable, basically. And if you see here, instead of polling and doing like very slow checks and then being slow on the trades and losing money, we are now receiving the market data immediately. Also, we learned how to split and merge positions, and we switched completely from our private key to Gnosis Safe Wallet. Okay, what do you want? I have a new helper here. You remember Sasha from the previous one? This is Yasha. Yasha, please let me work. And yeah, what we what we are gonna do today is we are gonna, like we planned our to do last time. So we plan to research and implement two-sided quoting and research and implement inventory management, which is like not 100% clear to me yet. So we are gonna have to find out how to make this work. And also yeah, I think that's gonna be it mostly. Yeah, we will see, but for now, like, we are already earning rewards. We are putting the orders in the correct way. We are earning the rewards there, but the thing is, we are still not reacting anyhow on our positions that we might acquire during the market making. So for example, what happened last time, we purchased low, the price moved up. The price moved up, we purchased high, and then the price moved down, and we just sold it low, just because we were placing buy and sell orders around the mid price, which is incorrectly completely, because if we remain with one position in our hand, then we need to act accordingly. Of course, definitely we should not immediately sell it just because the price moves, because this is how you are losing money and all your deposit and inventory. So one of the ideas, it was to basically implement two-sided quoting, which will mean that we will not only put our orders here on yes, but we will also put our orders here on no. And first of all, this will just give us more rewards. I guess, as you remember from the last time, I'm still not sure, like, whether it's just the inverted order book or it's a different order book. So we will find out that, but I think it's just a different order book. And this means that we are going to be able to earn more rewards. And also, we need to like have a strategy on what we do if we remain with one position on our hand. That, to be honest, still completely unclear to me. What AI suggested during its analysis is that we have to basically adjust our prices, which makes sense, but then we won't be able to earn on this market. So I think, I don't know, like, I don't know. Let's just continue as we usually do and see what it will bring us, right? And I would start with the two-sided liquidity, actually. Meanwhile, probably we can just, this market is not that volatile, so let's just run it and earn rewards. So here we have our orders placed now. And I don't know why, again, they're not showing. Maybe in 1 minute they will show. They need to be encircled and highlighted. Yeah, like this one. So now we are earning rewards. Now we are sure. And our balance should be updated here. Last time we earned 2 cents. So let's keep it like that for now. The market is not that quickly moving. So unless someone just jumps in and manipulates our boat. Which is less likely right now. We can work on the two-sided liquidity. We have something not committed. I don't know why. Let me check. Okay, so this is what I wrote manually. Okay, so we're now at the latest open code instance. Restroom, it's reverted order book. Okay, thank you for that. Then let's see if it's a reverted order book. Then if I switch to the buy, okay, yeah, so that's true actually. So it doesn't make any sense to put a two-sided liquidity because we are here anyway in this order book, or maybe it is. We still have no positions on our hands. Maybe we can do that. Let's run the research here and figure it out. So check out the market making strategy roadmap. For the market making strategy roadmap, next step is two-sided liquidity. Does it make any sense, or if it's even possible to send orders on no market? Check Polymarket index to. Okay, what happened here? Where is my side panel? Did they just remove it? What? Wait. There were some new releases from yesterday, and I guess I really liked it actually. Which agent? Maybe they have it. Nope. That's sad. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to dive deeper into that. Wow, interactive mode. We can now select stuff. That's cool. Okay, let's see. So summary of findings. Current implementation only places orders on yes tokens. Yes, that's true. Can you place order on no tokens? Yes, absolutely. From the client docs, order are placed with token ID parameter. Each binary market has 2 tokens. You can place buy sell orders on either token. From Polymarket reference, the implementation works for the both tokens. Placing order with yes token comes back to USDC. From the architecture, the config already stores both. They're separate order books. This means yes, order book has its own bid ask ladder. Should be approximately inverse, but isn't guaranteed. But this matters for market making. Trade-offs. Current, simpler, less capital, only earning rewards on yes book. Both yes and no, earn rewards on both books. More capital efficiency, more complex, more orders to manage, potential arbitrage between your own orders. You need sufficient yes tokens to sell this book. Okay, that's true. You know that. Okay, so there is a question. For the two-sided quoting feature, which approach would you like to explore? Research first, investigate the no order book structure, check if reward program exists for no tokens, understand the relationship. Yes, no quoting, extend strategy to place buy, sell, and inverted no pricing, place sell no instead of buy yes. Just clarify. I just wanted to understand if it's possible, no implementation needed. Type your own answer. Wow, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, I would stick to the research first. Maybe. I'd. Oh, okay. Where is it? Why can't I type anything? Does it work? Doesn't work. When I placed orders, yes, orders, I see we do have it here, right? These are our orders. We can cancel them. So they are. When I placed these orders and I switched to the no orders order book, I see my orders there with the reverted prices and I can cancel them. What does it mean? I mean, it's definitely reverted, as I see here, and as you said as well. But I don't understand, like, whether we should actually put more orders here, or is it just additional liquidity for the same execution, or for the same basically position. That's crucial observation, and the answer on roadmap question definitely. Yes, the yes and no order books are mirrored. Polymarket automatically converts displays your orders on both sides. When you place 55, then it's no 45, right? So we're like buy yes. We have buy yes at 7.2, which is sell no at 19.2, and sell yes at 12.3. It's buying no at 87.7. This is not two separate order books, it's the same order book viewed from the opposite perspective. Implementation for two-sided quoting. You're already doing two-sided quoting, the current implementation. When you place a buy and sell on the ES token, you're automatically providing liquidity on both sides for the no order book too. What the roadmap item should clarify. Okay. So what about the rewards? Yeah, check the rewards situation first. Yeah, let's see what about the rewards, like whether we should have no orders or whether we will get anything from that. Why I don't see any? Ah, okay. So when it will have to-do list, where will it appear? I don't know. Interesting. Rewards consider both yes and no books. Looking at equation 2 and 3 in the Polymarket documentation. Mm-hmm. No need for separate no tokens orders. Giving the mirroring, placing orders with no would be redundant, potentially harmful. You could end up matching against yourself. But that's okay. So I guess placing no orders is just basically additional liquidity on exactly the same position that you are planning to do. So probably we should not do that. It's redundant. Not affected the rewards. Yes, update the roadmap. Okay, we researched and we decided not to do that, which is also a result. Next thing should probably be inventory management. Then we will chat. Did that already. We will chat with AI, of course, first. But I don't really like the new UI here. I don't know what am I doing wrong. Why is it like this, or is it supposed to be like this in general? Let me check in another instance that I'm working with. Yeah, it's looking the same here. Okay, they changed something, I guess. I don't know if they have like something like change log for the stuff like this. Be really cool. Yeah, I don't know. Upgrade OpenGUI. Select. I don't see it here. If you define session settings management, remove unused imports, add overlay sidebar for narrow screen to improve mobile experience, expandable bash output. I don't know. Crazy GM. Hello everyone who joined. Okay, so our strategy got updated here. Okay, let's apply this and start a new session. Oops. And let's plan. Like our next step on the roadmap is the inventory management. And we probably should track what we purchased for how much, and understand how we want to sell it. Um, so let's proceed with the roadmap then. What's analyze our current setup and suggest what should we work on next. My idea is inventory management, but I am not 100% sure what we can do here. Should we build our own pricing model so we can compare our internal prices with the market prices? Or maybe you have other suggestions? Okay, let's run it. I actually consumed a lot of tokens. I just realized that. So like the 60%, because I'm using the Opus 4.5 all the time, and it consumes 3x of the resources. And I did a lot of text. I expand a lot of tokens on just text recently. So based on my review of the code base, here is where we stand. Yeah, I know that. My recommendations: option 1, field tracking plus position limits. This addresses the core lesson from your December 29 production run. Without knowing when orders fill, you can't track your actual inventory in real time, implement position limits properly, and calculate P&L. Wait, let me check if nothing happened here while we are talking. Yeah, okay, so the market is not moving. This is perfect market to make money here. It's not moving, you're just earning rewards. Let me refresh our reward page. Probably we earned something already. Not yet. Okay. Amount below this will not be paid. So basically they're just burned. So if you earn like 0.99 cents, they will never send it to you, and it will just remain there. Which means it must be, yeah, we are running it only one market. Probably we just need to run it on more markets simultaneously, decide what's like more and less volatile. Maybe we'll have to make another scripts to analyze markets. Okay, let's read through that now. WebSocket field notifications, track fields with entry price, quantity size. So we probably need something like a database now for this. Accumulate position from fields. Enforce position limits. Stop buying when too long. Stop selling when too short. Makes sense. So should we have like basically something like understanding how long we can stay on this market? So basically we just, I don't know whether it's possible to then market make the blindly the markets or not. I don't know. Interesting. I thought like we can come up with some algo, like magical algo that will be able to use on any market on Polymarket, regardless of our vision on it and so on. Let's see. I hope so. Probably with good model, but maybe no. Interesting. I will do. In the spare time, I will need to read more about market making and these ideas behind it in general, like whether it's possible to do it on any market or you need to have like preconditions or prevision on that. So effort medium, 2 or 4 hours, not for us. I like it when it just starts to estimate tasks, but it itself can just implement them within seconds. So sometimes I end up with a plan that's like a couple of weeks long, and then I implement it within an hour. Crazy. High prevents the one-sided quoting in the trending market problem. Okay, let's do that. Then the next one is inventory skewed quoting. Instead of symmetric quotes around midpoint, skew based on current position. When long, holding yes tokens. When bid, tighten ask. Encourage selling. And when short, tighten bid, widen ask, and encourage buying. This is a standard market making technique to naturally rebalance inventory without explicit position limits. Sounds good, actually. Build your own pricing model. This is more advanced. A pricing model would estimate a real fair value based on your own signals. Yeah, we don't have any. Compare your fair value versus market midpoint. Only quote when you have edge. Your price differs from the market. Okay, now I get it. My recommendation is to suggest option 1 as the immediate next step because it's a prerequisite for anything else. Yeah, that makes sense. It addresses your biggest pain point from the December 29 incident. And WebSocket user channel already exists in Polymarket. You just need to subscribe and moderate effort with a high payoff. Okay, let's do this. Which direction will you take the next phase of development? This one. I like the previous UI more. It was like more verbose. I don't know. They don't even show what tools were called. Especially like when I'm working with the MCPs, it's very cool to review what was called. I hope I'll be able to turn it back. How should we track position since yes, no are mirrored? Tracking one should be sufficient. Type your own answer. Can I type now? Okay. Track them both. Only order books are mirrored. The positions are not. And we need to understand that we are market neutral if count of yes equals count of no. You need to consider that we are market neutral if count of yes is equals to count of no. Any diff gives us a risk lag. Oh, there were several questions. First one was about position. Second is when position limit is reached, what should happen to the exceeded side? Hard stop recommend. Stop quoting that side entirely when the limit is hit. Reduce order size proportionally as we approach limit. Type your own answer. Yeah, I think gradual reduction. Hard stop. Stop quoting. I thought it's the same. Okay, let's just go with the recommended approach first. Should we include PNL tracking in this phase or focus on field tracking plus limits only? Yeah, let's... Why? Okay, all right. Yeah, enter, but I also... Can I change my... Skip PNL for now, but we are going to need persistent storage from now on. Am I right? Okay, now we can confirm. But they don't even print the questions here, like it's... Yeah, also... Once we start tracking fields, we need to persist the macros restarts, otherwise we'd lose fields history and have to reinitialize from the current balances, which doesn't preserve entry prices. Okay, the questions. Simple JSON file and project root. Easy to implement, human readable, good for single bot instance. Yeah, let's do this. Why not? We can do whatever we want later. Yeah, store in data. Make sure to add it to git ignore then. And also, I don't understand if you are planning to track the fuel prices too, or we will lose this data at the beginning. Read the full question, please, for other platform viewers. Okay, I'm sorry, I will do that. Well, it was like, you know, there is no history here on the questions, unfortunately. Like, cool that they did these changes with the UI, but apparently it's very, very raw. I don't know why they made it production. Have they tested it? I don't know. But yeah, I'll help you. Like, questions before was whether they should track yes and no positions, because it thought that it's mirroring, but it was a misunderstanding here, because order books are mirrored, not the positions. So I just specified that. And also there was a question about the storage, and I answered that I want to store on the JSON for now file, because it's just easier. We don't need anything complex yet. And also which directory I prefer, and I also written that I would like to track the field prices as well, because otherwise we will just lose history. So yes, we will track the full field data, including prices. Here is what gets persisted. Interface for field, interface for persisted state. Initialization strategy. Load persisted fields from data field condition ID. Fetch current balance from API. Reconcile. If fields are missing, calculate expected balance from fields. Compare actual balance. If mismatch, log warning. Use actual balance as a true state. New fields from this point forward are tracked with the prices. What happens on the first run? The first time you run on the market, no field history exists. We initialized from the current balance. Entry prices are unknown for existing positions. We log initialized with existing position, entry prices unknown. Okay. Going forward, all new fields are tracked with prices. This is a pragmatic approach. We can't recover historical field prices without querying the trade history, which is a separate API call. We would add that as an optional enhancement later. Okay, so for first run initialization, should we backfill from the trades API or just start fresh from the current balances? Just start fresh. Just start fresh. Token expired. But what's this? I saw there was some issue with OpenCode recently and cloud models, but I did not think it will happen to me. Let's try again. Oh, new programmer comes here, the junior one. Just quickly runs away after seeing how hard problems we are solving here. Oops. So I cannot. Continue. So apparently there is a to-do list now, which I cannot see. I don't know. No changes. Okay. Meanwhile, we are still in the order book. Earning rewards. Right? Right. One cent earned already. Oh, Sasha. Not now, please. We are working here. Come on. They usually help me during coding, but you know, it's harder on the stream. Usually they're just here on my chest. Okay. So it prepared some kind of plan here, which I cannot see. Ready to implement. Yes. switching to build, and let's go. Yeah, with this approach, they will quickly lose another client. Means me. Even hard to analyze what's happening. Harder. I don't know. WebSocket reconnecting. WebSocket connected. Stopped fallback polling. Ah, okay. Nice. So you see, we had this fallback. I thought they're working actually simultaneously, but apparently they're not. It's just connecting to the polling, like switching to the polling, while WebSocket is disconnected and then disables polling back. Interesting. No edited files, nothing. If anyone who's watching knows how to fix that, please let me know. Or there is nothing we can do. Should I just wait? Probably that's like the way these agents are supposed to work. And people just forget about them, go do their things and come back to the result. But my love to control is not pleased here, of course. Wow, it even has the schema version. Potential migrations for the future. That's very thoughtful. I wonder how are we gonna test that. Probably we are gonna have to do some trades. Looks like user WebSocket is smaller than the public WebSocket. Okay, we have something new here. Let's check it out. Position tracker. There's just a plus. Re-export for convenience. What's that? Used to be there already. What the fuck? Okay. I guess we're gonna run a special review agent later, sometime later. I don't know. There are many shitty stuff like this. Like, I don't know. There was a place where private key was used, like a caching key or something. What the fuck? Now this re-exporting, maybe it makes sense. Like, haven't seen this. Maybe it's related somehow to circular dependency issues of Node.js, but I don't think so, because there is no circular dependency in neither of those two files. So looks just like a AI hallucination to me. Okay, we have some updates in executor, which it did not grow much. We still have capacity. As you remember, last time we just splitted many files into separate ones. So we did something. What we did. How do I see tasks? Like, it's not possible to see the to-do list here. Oh my god. Nothing. Oh, okay. Here is the list of tasks. And the context window reduced, so there was a summarization on the way. And This is what I don't like during one task, because it loses the ideas it had before. Imported RPC here, God knows why. Compaction again. So I think it just makes the last changes to the architecture and the roadmap file, and it should be done. I wonder how we will test that. If we'll get something meaningful today, probably I'm gonna run it over the weekend and see how it goes. We gotta earn like $1 at least, right? But I think then we should run it on a multiple markets, not just one. I don't think we will earn $1 on one market. Okay, we're slowly filling the high priority tasks. Probably we are gonna have to make a UI now or like very soon, because we have a state now, and observing the JSON will be much less pleasant. There is no build, you can just compile it. Yeah. Okay, it's done. How it works. On a startup, create position tracker with configured limits, fetch current yes/no balances from the API, initialize tracker, reconciles with the persisted fields if any, connect to user WebSocket for real time. On field, user WebSocket receives the trade event, convert to field, processes through position tracker, update position, persist to disk, log field, and the new net exposure. On quote, check can quote buy, can quote sell before placing orders. Block side if net exposure exceeds below plus minus max net exposure, and log when sides are blocked. Okay. Let's move all that to the stage changes so we don't lose them accidentally. And ask a couple of questions. First one is when the fill happens, will there be trigger to replace orders? How can we test the new code base now? Here are the ways to test a dry run mode. The dry run mode, connect to WebSockets, initialize position tracker with real balances, log what orders would be placed. Nobody should leave checks. I don't like it. Like, we will not make any trade on the dry run mode. Unit tests for position tracker. Tests are already a better idea. Manual testing checklist. Okay. Well, first option. Yeah, the question is how we would like how you would like to proceed. Basically, all these possibilities that you just wrote me about. Rebalancing. So it offered either I want to use a field triggered rebalance or field triggered cancel, or keep current behavior, basically meaning doing nothing if we are field, and adding unit tests or testing in dry run mode. So I will just ask question if the first option, rebalance on field, will consider new position. Okay, I asked question, but it started to implement anyway. But okay. I wanted to implement that anyway. Oh, some diffs, finally. Oh, disappeared. Oh my god. Okay, so I guess it's done. We just added this part to trigger the rebalancing. Oh, by the way, the configuration changed as well, so I forgot about it. So, okay, let's apply this update, and also let's see what are these updates. We are gonna have to do something that like we did before. Let me just copy it. I'll do it like this. True. Here, let's put less. Here, let's just return it back. This one is okay. This one should be like this. Let's apply it now and reapply our changes again. With the market data that we are trading at the moment. Okay, so let's rerun. So we are here back in the order book with zero exposure at the moment. And I set the limit to 10. So basically, if we have 10 positions, then we just immediately stop. Let's see what we have in our data file now. Database. Okay, so this is the ID of the market we are at. Short version of it. Here the token fields are empty. Last updated is now, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we are running again. Maybe we should pick a different market. This one is good. We are the only ones actually earning money here, so you can see we are getting the whole bunch of the rewards. I think like this, at least how it looks like. I don't know if they are actually shared between different market makers. Okay. I'm thinking whether we should yeah, let me just now. Inventory management is more or less done, but we're not finished yet. I'm thinking whether we should actually change our bot in a way that it will not work for one particular market, but actually for a set of markets. I don't know how hard this fix will be, but I think it makes sense. We will need much more capital for this. That's the problem. Because for each market, we are gonna have to mint yes and no tokens, and then yeah, so each market basically will be maybe we can check some other markets with a little smaller minimum shares. EU competition, mild competition. Most of them are 20. Yeah, so for our craft market making, it's too much. Then we can probably switch to a more volatile market instead, so we can test test how we behave, how our bot behaves on the volatile markets, because it's usually what happens. I would definitely like keep running on this market for sure, because it's just very profitable, like from what it seems. For 2020, that's the one, right? Yeah, that's the one, but it pays like very little, just 2 USDC per day. So basically, if I understand it correctly, oh, percent, wow, percent of scoring liquidity you are currently providing in this market. So it's just 20%. Ah, okay, there are much more players now here. I thought I'm the only one. No, that's not true. So yeah, so basically we can never actually, like from my perspective, earn $1 per day here, because there is only $2 per day allocated here. And with our liquidity like 20%, we maximum what we can get is like 40 cents, which is less than $1. So maybe we should find other markets. Where the reward is bigger. Like, what are the top rewards? I wonder. Wait, the top reward is $1,000, and it's a low competition and 50 minimum share price, which looks much more interesting. Or maybe our bot can be automatically, yeah, that's actually cool. Let me write it down. Our bot can automatically find better market for itself and just switch there, you know, so it can kind of farm the best auto market switcher find the most profitable market and switch. Probably that will be a better approach. Like here, for example, 1,000. Let's see how much liquidity is earning here. Okay, it's like a lot. If we calculate that, let's go back to hours. Let's see where this number is coming from. So we have here 443 shares plus 75 shares plus 20 shares is mine. Also 20 mine and 10. So we have total 568, and hours are just 40. Or wait. Or is it calculated by dollars? Probably it is. Let's try again with the dollars. So let's do 288 plus 69 plus 11 plus 2 plus 1.5 plus 2.2. Which is 373. And then if we take hours, it's like 4. Still just 1%. I don't know where this 17% is coming from. Probably like okay, we need to tune actually our algorithm to have this number here equal to that. Let's do this first. We have this check rewards script, which does some magic. I don't know which one, but still it has some kind of score. I think I should check the whole market. Let's start a new session. I will push this code base. We cannot test it now anyway, but we will later. So let's just publish it. We okay, planning mode. Let's work on check reward script. Currently it uses some internal magic metrics, but there are real metrics. To understand what's nice to find your stream. I was actually trying to understand how the reward system works, and I feel less lonely now. Haha. Yes. It's tricky. It's tricky. Just trying to understand that myself. So here I just saw this metrics, which is cool because we are participating now, and we have this percentage rate. And Yeah, basically I just want to write a script which will try to calculate the same number here, so we will understand like what's the percentage of the reward we are getting. So we will later be able to use this metric to automatically balance our boat on different markets and farm the best rate we can. Yeah. Okay, so let's work on the current report script. Check report script. Currently, it uses some internal magic metrics, but they are real metrics to understand what's the percentage rate of the reward liquidity you provide. I can't tell you where to read that, but I definitely can guide you if your number is correct or wrong. Let's refactor check reward script so we have this metrics. Currently Polymarket website says it's on our current orders. This will be better because you remember we had scripts to check to fetch basically the best, where is it, find best markets, but I don't know what was used here. It had some attractiveness score, but actually for us attractiveness score is just like how much money we can earn based on our liquidity. I found that Polymarket's reward API returns earning percentage. Oh, nice. Current script uses an internal score calculation. Which approach should we take? Use from the API. So the question is that it found Polymarket's reward API and it returns the earning percentage field. The current script uses an internal score, which is like just gibberish bullshit. Which approach should it take? I think we should. It's not only about what? Check how it's called. Check reward script. Wait. Script here, yes. We can just call the API, but we have also find best market script, which actually must predict what percentage we will have if we deploy our liquidity. And it seems to me that this is the best metric. This is the best metrics to define the best market without being able to calculate that ourselves. We can't find the best market. Understood now. The goal is to use APIs for the actual rate you're earning. For the find the best market, calculate, predict what percentage would be if you deploy liquidity so we can rank markets properly. Let me explore the find best market script to understand the current attractiveness calculation. Okay, so current state. Proposed plan. So there is a question. The earning percentage from the API appears to be for overall market, not for your specific orders. To calculate what you would earn, you likely need to understand how Polymarket calculates the trade. Do you have any insight into formula, or should we experiment by comparing our orders? What? No. Check the docs. I think there is a formula. For check rewards, I'd like to use both API and own calculation and compare that they fit. Once we do that, we can make sure our calculation works correctly, and then we can apply it to find best markets. Not an APR. Where is it? Did we just... Oh, okay, it's still here. Okay. Hello. Now I completely don't understand what's happening in the open code. Became less. So it proposed some kind of plan, and now it wants to answer questions, but I will first ask it my questions. First, let me ask you questions. Why do you think it's an APR? What did you discover? Don't throw bunch of text on me. Just give me concise answer. UI says percentage. Percentage is what? The percent of the percent of scoring liquidity you are currently providing in this market. And the percent of scoring liquidity you are currently providing in this market. You are providing in this market. Doesn't it mean that if there is a 10 or like $100 reward for the market, my current orders are earning 17% of it if nothing changes, of course. You're absolutely right. I apologize for overcomplicating this. Looking back at the API response, yeah, of an APR is just percentage share of the daily reward distribution. Okay, can you then change the check rewards script in a way that we will calculate that first ourselves from the order book, state plus rewards value plus rewards settings, and do from the API, and then compare to make sure it's the same. Okay, so it offered to do something, but I don't think like we need to calculate market competitiveness. Almost. Do we need at all? Doesn't seem so. It's just crazy, guys. It's crazy. I just don't understand why we need at all. Isn't it just an indicator for human, or does it what define reward or participate in any calculations? Okay, so with this, yeah, let's just compact everything. I'm just gonna start from scratch probably. How do you want to calculate this? For each order, the score is so can't we then calculate? I'll explain you in a bit. Let me just communicate with this thing a little bit. Just based on the order book orders. Can't we just use all orders from the order book that are within reward range? Everything is per market. What the fuck? Everything here is per market. Okay, let's please forget about market competitiveness for now. For now, let's use my assumptions instead. Let's only work on check rewards now and compare our percent with API. Print the plan again. Maybe I don't understand something. So the thing is, it just thinks that it needs to understand the whole market in order to calculate what percentage of the market we are gonna be using, but or we are gonna be earning. But I think it's wrong. So I just tried to convince it, and since it was already fixed on that idea, it was hard. Now I asked it to take my assumptions as main ones and to print me the plan again. So I'll reread it now and see if it makes sense, or I better start a new session and just directly say what I need to do. Yeah, I'm tired answering it questions, so just asked it to figure it out by itself. Yeah, a lot of debugging. Let's see what it returns. It returns nothing. Okay, I'll just copy paste what's in here. Here is the URL that returns the percentage. Maybe something is missing in your request. Try to reproduce it. Yeah, this is a different endpoint, probably not supposed to be called by third parties, not documented. So we need to reverse engineer and use it how we can. And that instance should have creds available. So we are now reverse engineering the API, because apparently this endpoint is not part of the API for users, I guess. Just my guess. Let's see while it's working. Yeah. So this is just I don't think there is an API for the rewards. Okay, now it's there. It's there, getting our percentage, but the calculated percentage does not fit. Like it calculated 62% and the API response is 17. So it will try to figure out now why. So I guess it just takes this market competitiveness again. But it's at least it's something. Yeah, fuck you. Opus. Doesn't work. But it's just multiplied by 2, isn't it? Ah, okay. So since we are at 10% here, we only need to provide one-sided liquidity. That's the problem. Yay. Okay, I think it figured something out. And let's see, let's run it ourselves. So it's exact match now. Yeah. Oh, 2 hours passed already. I think we have to wrap up. But I think we made quite a progress. We just have to write our tasks for ourselves for the next stream. Yeah, so you see we are eligible. We are earning maximum $0.35 a day, which makes no sense for us because we won't be able to get them here. But next we will use the our tool to find better markets where we can earn more, like the one that we manually found here. For example, this one that pays 1,000 reward at low competition. I think this is quite interesting for us. I wonder what's the earning percent for it. Okay, so I will turn off the bot now. We have this ready. Let me commit everything except for our configuration. And let's prepare to do for the next time, and I think we will wrap up. So we move this to side that liquidity research was done. Okay. So yeah, let's do the first thing. What we need to do is fix find best market script with latest changes from check rewards. So it will simulate our position on the markets out there and tell us where we will have the earning percentage, the highest earning percentage. Or just rank markets by it, and then we will make the auto switcher that will find the most profitable market and switch to it. Also, what we need to do is test the previous new functionality with inventory. Make sure it doesn't lose money anymore. Skew prices etc. We visualization. Yeah. So this is the plan for the next time. We are gonna change the find best market script that will calculate the earning percentage for us, the virtual one, and see what's the best market for us to switch to and market make it at. Then we will implement the auto switcher who will do that for us, and it means we will need to wind down and wind up all our positions. Basically, we need to like merge and split new market and so on and so on. So this is an interesting part as well. And also we need to test our functionality with the inventory tracking because we haven't, and we were on the less volatile market, so we don't know whether we are losing money or no yet. But now at least we know for sure that the less volatile markets we can earn money, but only fractional amounts. So we need to be able to find markets where it's actually possible to earn. Yeah, and that's it. So I think that's it for today. Let's hope that with the next update of OpenCode, they will return the normal UI back, because this is a complete bullshit. Or I'm gonna start switching to new agents, I guess, as well again. So they better fix that. And thank you again for joining me today and joining me as usual. We will see each other on Monday at 3 p.m. Central European time. And have a nice day, have a nice weekend, everyone, and see you on Monday. Bye bye.